Because one of the examples I give in my workshops and my talks is I pick in someone in the audience and say, who here does not play the piano?
Right.
And someone will put their hand up and I go like, okay, play the piano.
Right.
And they go like, so no, play the piano. It's the same way when adults go to kids and they go, can you just focus for a second?
Right.
You see parents yelling at their kids, right? Raising their voice. Can you just concentrate for a second? But you're telling your child to focus when you've never taught them how to focus. You're asking someone to play the violin when they've never played the violin before. Mm-hmm. So first step is teaching them how to do it. Second step is helping them to practice it. The more they practice it, the better they become at it. And people don't realize this. And it's so interesting. This is prevalent all across every level of society, even in big corporations and stuff. You know, I work with a lot of successful entrepreneurs and they'll tell their team, hey guys, we've got this big project that's due in 2 weeks. We need everybody to focus.
Right.
And I go like, what is the biggest mistake with that statement? You said you never taught your team how to focus and you didn't teach them how to practice concentration. You just told your team that you need to focus because there's a big project due. And same with athletes, right? The coach will say to the soccer team or the football team, the basketball team, guys, we really need to go out there and we need to be so focused in the last quarter.
Right.
Okay. Have you taught them how to concentrate? No. Do they practice concentration? No. Kind of. The first step is defining what concentration is, right? I always like to start by defining. So we put everybody on the same page, at least people were listening to me. So I define concentration as the ability to keep my awareness on one thing for an extended period of time. So if I can keep my awareness on you for an extended period of time, I'm concentrating. If my awareness drifts from you to something outside, to the sound I hear, then I'm being distracted. So every time my awareness drifts away, I bring my awareness back. I use my willpower, my mental muscle to bring my awareness back, hold my awareness on you. And my ability to do that is my ability to concentrate. So now that we've defined what concentration is, then the next step is how do you practice concentration? And one simple task I tell people is to practice doing one thing at a time. Keep your awareness on one thing at a time. So if I'm having a conversation with Jim, then I give Jim my undivided attention. I keep my awareness on him. If it drifts away, Jim's talking to me, and I'm listening to what he's saying, and then my awareness starts to drift away, and I'm thinking, what am I going to have for lunch today? I should go try that restaurant that's on this side of town. Looks, oh, and then I go like, what did you say, Jim? Right. So I bring my awareness back to you. It drifts away again, I bring it back. It drifts away again, I bring it back. And I repeat this practice 1,000 times, 100,000 times, 1,000,000 times till I train my awareness to stay on one thing for an extended period of time. The mind doesn't move, but it's awareness that's traveling within the mind. So your awareness can go to the happy area of the mind, it can go to the sad area of the mind, it can go to the scientific area of the mind. Your goal is to control your awareness, that ball of light, and determine where it goes in your mind. And your ability to keep that awareness in one area of the mind for an extended period of time is your ability to concentrate. So if you're reflecting on something, you're meditating on something, it's your awareness, it's in one area of the mind, and you're holding it there long enough to actually gain knowledge from it. I know you talk about reading just now, right? Someone opens a book, is reading. Their ability to keep their awareness on that page long enough, that ball of light on that page, right, allows them to gain information from the book. But if they can't keep it there long enough, they don't gain anything, right? So understanding awareness in the mind is the precursor to learning how to concentrate. So if you're speaking with someone, give that person your undivided attention. Keep your awareness on them. So imagine your awareness again as a ball of light. I'm speaking to Jim. If my awareness starts to drift away, I bring it back. It drifts away, I bring it back. So I use Jim as an opportunity to practice concentrating. So if you have a spouse or a partner or a loved one that you see every day or you speak to every day, then use that person as an opportunity to practice concentration. Every time you speak with your spouse, could be 2 hours throughout the day, give your spouse your undivided attention. Now you have 2 hours of practice in concentration. So after a month, what would you become good at? So imagine if you're practicing tennis for 2 hours each day.
Yeah.
After a month, you'd be better at tennis.
And the opposite is also true. If somebody's spending 16, 17 hours a day and distracting, they're going to be really good at being distracted.
I always tell people the reason they're so good at distraction is because that's what they practice all day long. You become good at whatever it is you practice, right? The mind has no ability to know the difference between what's right and what's wrong. If the mind knew, I'd be perfect. It would tell me not to eat the bowl of rice, it would tell me to eat a salad, to exercise so much a day, how much water to drink, how much to sleep. But my mind doesn't know, right? It relies on me to tell it what's important, and then it can tell me then what's important. And because of that, people practice distraction 10 hours a day, 14 hours a day, 15 hours a day. And like you said, after 6 months, they're an expert at distraction. So imagine if you've been doing it for 20 years. If you think about the years and decades to come where you can truly enjoy all the experiences you're creating for yourself, the holidays, the time with friends or loved ones, whatever it is you're designing for your life, you can truly experience them once you learn to concentrate. So it's well worth learning how to do.